Hey guys, welcome to a weekend in the life of a baker.
We're starting off strong with my mom's birthday.
I hadn't
really decided what I wanted to do yet, but I knew that I wanted to try this new rectangle look. I started pretty late, so I popped this in the fridge to finish the next. Next was another birthday milestone order. It consisted of a sheet cake and 2 dozen cupcakes. Although all of the batters look the same, the sheet cakes are lemon and vanilla and the cupcakes are almond. I noticed that on the back of the almond extract box, you could add almond to your coffee. I thought that was pretty weird. Almond is such an underrated flavor. I feel like people primarily use it for weddings, but it's so good just to have for casual events. Now it was time to ice this cake, and I still didn't know what design
I knew that I wanted this color to be the base, but it was either between a vintage style or an abstract style.
Initially, I was leaning towards the vintage cake, but when I thought about doing it, I wanted to do the abstract cake. And when I thought about doing the abstract cake, the vintage cake didn't really excite me. So I knew this was the way to go. Preparing the flowers was the most tedious part of the process. After trial and error, I was eventually able to get it. I took a little lunch break. My dad got my mom these flowers, and she suggested I add them to the cake. These were way easier to add than the other flowers. The floral tape adhered better, and the stem made it easier to put into the straw. It came out so exquisite, and most importantly, the birthday girl loved it. The next morning, I finished up the sheet cake cupcake order. The sheet cake was a half and half sheet cake, half lemon, half strawberry. Last time I did a half and half cake, it was with chocolate and vanilla. It turned out pretty good, but there was a small crack in the buttercream where the split was. So I took note of that, and this time I cut a dip where the layers met so that there was a bit of wiggle room to prevent this from recurring. I feel like all bakers have that fear that when they add filling, it's gonna leak. So initially, we're always super cautious. So I finally got over that cautious feeling, and I was like, you know what? I should add a bit more jam, and it leaked. It was okay because I was able to fix it, and I just added a thicker layer of buttercream around that section to ensure jam security. I also poked a hole in the top with a skewer. I do this with all of my cakes in the crumb coat stage so that if any air wants to escape, it escapes from the top and not the side. A few more details about this order. It was a 50th birthday celebration. The colors were yellow and turquoise. The accent color was gold, and they wanted to include pearls and butterflies. Everything came out so cute. Thank you for coming along with me this weekend. See you in the next.